Sully! So, y'all might have noticed, I'm now by myself. This is a solo mission for me. I just wanted to knock out a section of the AT. Since I'm a wedding planner, I don't have any weddings in the month of April. And my parents said, we want you home for Easter Sunday. And I said, okay, but I'm gonna walk there. And I thought I was joking, but I wasn't. So the plan is I'm gonna hike 240 miles, and I started at the very beginning of the AT, Springer Mountain, and I'm gonna go all the way to Gatlinburg where my parents will pick me up. So it's about anywhere between 200 to 240 miles. It's April 1st, so I've got about 18 days to get there. And so I'm gonna try and cover as much of it as I can because I kind of like the idea of chipping away at the AT and maybe doing a full section hike. And so here I am for a solo mission. I was so nervous a few days ago, but I knew as soon as I would get out on the trail, it would feel so natural. And it does. Also, I am loving this trail. It is so cruisy, and the pine needles and the leaves and the dirt is so soft to walk on. It is literally rapid gunfire on top of this mountain. I'm not scared at all. I literally smell gunpowder in the air. Military training. You guys, what a warm welcome onto the AT as a solo female hiker. Hearing gunfire, walking past a military truck, and then I think, okay, cool, the coast is clear. And I turn the corner and there's literally like 5 people laying on the ground with their guns pointed towards me. They're like doing some type of stealth training, I don't know. But I literally just like halted and I was like, hello? Am I safe to walk here right now? And they're like, oh yeah, you're fine. Y'all, I'm not even joking. They're literally throwing grenades right now. Trying to catch it on video. But you hear like the pretty crazy. I have an extra sports cap for if I'm feeling it that day. I just met Max Forrester, famous trail angel of the AT, apparently. Very eccentric old man who loves spoiling women on the trail. He just hooked me up with hair ties and tampons. He made it very clear that he has 8 granddaughters and they are his world. He was just the nicest, funniest man who he kept pushing everything on me. He's like, do you need chapstick? I'm like, I got chapstick. He's like, you need 2. I'm like, no, I don't. Anyways, just a super nice guy. And I hadn't taken any breaks or eaten any snacks all day. So I had come down to the bottom of this climb and he was there. And I was just like, oh, thank God. Because I needed a break so bad. And so he gave me granola bars. He gave me fresh water. And now we've got a big climb up and then a big climb down. And then I'm gonna call it a day after that. Whoa, that is so cool. They're making babies. Parks, you would love this. I found out There's a military base, and that's why there's a military everywhere. And they've been flying their helicopters over our heads. Good morning. Slept great last night. Wasn't even afraid. I camped with Ryan, who doesn't have a trail name yet, and Crescendo, who is studying to be an opera singer. So it was really fun hanging out with those guys last night. And now we're off, day 2. And it's a beautiful morning. Hopefully I can, maybe if I feel really good today, I'll do 17 miles to meet Parks. But after yesterday, usually day 2 for me is a pretty easy day. So I slept in and it is now 8:45. We'll see if I can do 17 miles, but I'm gonna be really patient with myself if I can't. My first AT privy experience. Excitement is an understatement. Very spacious. This is my pack, and this is Crescendo's pack. How many pounds? Spooky. All right, I'm now making my way up to Blood Mountain. Guys, I just climbed, and I want you to check out the reward I just got once I got to the top of this little mountain. Wow, isn't this beautiful? I love the AT. Look at this crazy tree. I feel like if I walk through this arch, it's gonna lead me to a portal, maybe a fairy world. Nope. I'm starting to get hungry, and I have made a fun little challenge for myself to keep walking until I find a dry, covered spot to eat lunch. I might be walking for a while. I gave up. There are no dry spots on the AT, I have determined. So during lunch, I was talking to Parks because I have service, and we figured out a new spot to meet up. One of the hikers out here told me about Gerard's Gap and how it should be accessible for vehicles to get there. They just can't go past this closed gate. And so I'll just walk past the closed gate and meet Parks there. And so I only have 2.5 miles left. But I'm so happy. I'm about to just put on some comfy clothes, maybe drink a glass of wine, get caught up on emails. This is so weird to be talking about this while being out here because it feels like I'm through hiking. But I am section hiking in luxury. Check out this spider web. He's made a little roof for his home. I feel like I've always kind of poo-pooed on the AT, and I will say I don't have a desire to through hike this trail. I think this would get pretty old pretty quick. But it's so nice to be able to be so close to this trail back home to where I can knock out sections whenever I have the freedom and availability to do it. Look at that, guys. The first view I've seen all day. And I get to enjoy it with Sully. And my glass of wine. And my warm bed. Oh, I'm so happy, you guys. Parks, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me on my section hike. And I know it's been a lot, but you've been doing a great job.
Tacos are on their way.
Tacos are on the menu tonight. Oh my god. I feel like I'm totally cheating right now. Good morning. It's another very rainy, foggy day. and I'm very happy to be slack packing it. I think I'm gonna do 12 miles to Hogpin's Gap, and Parks will be waiting for me. I got real coffee going, and then it's go time. Yeah. Look how tiny my pack is, and guess who's joining me on my climb up to Blood Mountain? Sully, you wanna go? Good boy, Sully, way to lead the way. Keep going. Look at all this moss. It's so pretty. Good boy. Sully, you're doing so good. Sully, drink some more. Drink some more. Drink some more. I'm coming. We should be at the shelter soon. Slack packing this section was an amazing call. This climb was so manageable. My pack is probably like 5 pounds, and fresh legs really helps. I think I would have struggled yesterday if I tried to do this. Good boy, Shelly. I was thinking about camping up here before I knew I was going to slack pack this section. I'm very glad I didn't. It is so wet. Summit. Wow, how beautiful. I'm sure it really is beautiful most days. I just got unlucky with the weather today. Which I expect this because this is how the weather is 50% of the time this time of year back home. Come on, Sully. Come on. It is finally starting to clear up a little bit. I don't think it's going to last long, but we're happy. Sally, we did it. Just left Mountain Crossing store at Neil's Gap. Ran into a bunch of people I've met. Seems like everybody is staying in the bunkhouse there tonight and taking hot showers. And I said, please take a hot shower for me because that's what I want the most right now. But it's gonna be a few more days before I get one. But yeah, super awesome store, really fun. Sully and I had a great lunch break there. He took a nap. He got some pizza, and so did I. So we're feeling great. We got 7 more miles until we meet up with Parks at Hogpen Gap. Woo, the sun's out! Sully, we got 4 more miles left. Also, that mountain right there is Blood Mountain. It's so beautiful out, I literally could cry. It's like just the perfect temp, the perfect cool breeze. I'm in heaven. Come on, Sully. All right, Sully, you want to go see Daddy? You want to go see Daddy? We got 2 more miles. You guys, today turned out to be so great. Oh, I cannot be any more pleased with how the day has gone. A lot of people ask if I carry protection on the trail, and the answer is not usually. When it's Parks and I, there's no need. But if it's just me, which it is, I got pepper spray and I got a knife. Being out here alone as a woman definitely makes me, just having those things makes me feel a lot more at ease. I feel like there's always like whispers of that one creepy dude who's on the trail and everybody says to look out for. I haven't experienced that out here yet. But I know that there's always one guy or maybe more. That's for that guy. I will gut you if you try anything. Bad news. My other trekking pole completely broke. I have a bunch of dirt under my fingernails because the end piece, this, fell off and got stuck under a root. I was trying to dig it out and I couldn't get it out, so I just gave up. And these tips are replaceable, so I was like, okay, no worries. I'll just replace it when I get the chance. And I thought it was still usable, so I was using it. And I think one of these, like, there's a screw at the bottom, and it must have fallen out, I don't know, but then my trekking pole just fell to pieces, and I need that in order to set up my tent. Woo! He's really slowing down. Come on, Sully, we got it. And Sully is officially over it. Come on, bud. He is gonna sleep good tonight and he's gonna be sore in the morning. But I'm glad he did it. He did awesome. Okay, doctor. What's the diagnosis? Hit me. Well, that's my that's my trekking pole that works. My other one is very broken. But it is still usable with my tent, right?
Yeah, you just put it like this.
As long as I can use it for my tent, then I don't care. I'll just use one trekking pole. Like a real ultralight hiker.
That's right. You're gonna go tentless next.
My man's taking me on a barbecue date.
That's right.
And this is where we slept last night. All right, I'm about to be off. Let's see who Sully loves more. Let's see if he actually follows me when I start walking towards the trail.
Yeah, we'll see. Go slay it.
I guess Sully wants to come. See you tomorrow night. Just left Low Gap Shelter. Didn't stay long, and I'll tell you why in a second once I gain a little bit more distance. So, first off, I love weird people. I love people who just embrace their quirkiness and march to the beat of their own drum. I really genuinely love people like that. But there are some crazy people. And I met one yesterday, and I just ran into him at the shelter again because I needed to get water. He's completely harmless. He is just nuts, crazy. Just talking gibberish all the time and talks to himself. I've already talked to him and hung out with him I like to, if I have a weird feeling about somebody, I'll talk to them for a while just to feel them out. He's completely harmless. Just weird. I don't want to hike with him. Luckily, he is super slow. So I think this is the last time I'll see him. Also, shout out to Waylon and Willie. I just met them at the shelter too, and they had my back. They knew he was crazy but didn't know he was harmless. So they hung around until he left. And I was like, don't worry about it. He's fine, he's just nuts. But I appreciate guys like that out here, looking out for girls. It really is much appreciated. Check out this stream. There's Waylon and Willie up ahead. Well, I think this is a good lunch spot. Got a little private waterfall. Perfect place to sit. I've got an incredible lunch, leftover barbecue from last night. Not too shabby. Little salamander. Very, very rocky right now. Looks like it will be for a while. I've got about a mile and a half until I reach Unicoi Gap. And I hear there's trail magic there this morning. I doubt that they're still there, but maybe. Maybe I don't have to cook dinner tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna camp right by Unicoi Gap just because it's next to a busy road and just don't know how safe I would feel. I feel much safer getting further away from civilization. So we'll see what happens when I get there. I'll reassess the situation. Well, this looks promising. You guys, this is amazing. Beth is here, and then the Hiawassee shuttle's here. And they're making me hot dogs right now, and I'm about to take a shot of moonshine. Good day. I'm trying to meet Leslie, who I just met at Trail Magic. We plan to camp together tonight because it's supposed to be a great sunset spot that I didn't know it was gonna be an 1,000-foot climb. And it's sobering me up real quick.